Okay, why don't we begin this session? Welcome. Thank you for joining, whether you're joining live or viewing this recording afterwards. My name is Ben Ginsley. I'm a meditation and mindfulness fellow with Northeastern University Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service. And this is the first Wednesday meditation of 2021. It's a big day, January 20th. And why don't we just go ahead and get started? We have one person in the live session, and then I'm sure we'll have plenty of people doing this recording after the fact. So um, let's not waste any time and get right into this 2021 series of meditations. These meditations are offered live every day from noon to noon 30, Monday through Friday. And there's a different guide every week. So check them out, check out the recordings, see who you like, and then view the live sessions. It's always good to have people watching. So we can begin first by getting into a comfortable seated position, whether you're seated upright in a chair, if you're seated on a mat or a cushion on the floor, or you could even be lying down in a comfortable prone position. So we can first close our eyes. Our hands can be in our lap or to our sides, palms facing up if we want to feel uplifted, palms facing down if we want to feel grounded. And so we'll take some time now just to tune into the quality of breath that we carry with us today, whether it's long or short, deep or shallow, just observing as the breath comes in through the nose and gently exhaling out through the mouth, taking 3 or 4 breaths to tune into our present selves. You can make adjustments to your posture as needed to be comfortable for sitting for the next 25 minutes or so. This may include lifting your shoulders up, rolling them back to open up the chest. If you're seated in a chair, planting your feet firmly and flat against the ground. If you're seated on a mat or a cushion, finding a position where your knees will be supported for the duration of this practice. And if you're lying down, elongating the spine and making sure your spine is all the way stretched out. We will begin and end this practice with 3 chimes, and we'll just follow the breath for the first few minutes. As we tune into the act of breathing, you can identify a particular place in the body where the breath sensation is most clear. Perhaps the nostrils might be the best place to start. Just noticing as the breath comes in through the nose, cool and crisp from the room. And then whether you're exhaling through the nose or through your mouth, noticing the temperature and the humidity of the air that's coming out. As we settle into this practice, we may notice our mind is jumping from thought to thought. This is perfectly normal, perfectly natural. It's what our mind is accustomed to doing for most of the day, thinking, processing, remembering, predicting. But we can bring a presence of mind to this practice. We've set aside this time just for ourselves to sit and to be And so any thoughts that come up, we can gently place them aside with the understanding that we can return to them after our practice is completed in not too long a time. But for now, we will just focus on the present moment. So as thoughts come, we can acknowledge their presence and then let them pass through the mind like clouds passing overhead in the sky. So you direct focus to that point of breath awareness in the nose. Noticing if your breathing has changed in depth or duration from when we first began sitting. We will allow our attention to drop from the head space into the heart space for this meditation today. So we can begin with our attention at the crown of the head, right at the tippy top, gently drawing a point of focused awareness, presence of attention down to the forehead and the eyebrows, relaxing the muscles around the brow, around the sides of the eyes and the temple, relaxing our upper cheek, relaxing the jaw and the mouth, noticing any muscle flexure in the tongue, if the tongue is pressed against the roof of our mouth or if it's resting. As our awareness, our attention drops down to the chin, now following down the neck, adjusting the angle and position of our head as needed to have as straight as possible a neck and an upper spine. Allowing this straightness of neck to direct our attention down into the collarbone. All the while noticing the breath where you can feel the cycle of breathing as the chest expands on the inhale and as it relaxes on the exhale. Allowing your attention, your awareness to now drop into the heart space, the upper to middle portion of the chest. And so we'll take the next few moments just to allow our awareness to reside in this space, to feel the changing pressure of the cycle of breathing, perhaps feeling the heartbeat in this space. You can allow your awareness to look downwards towards the earth. We're seeking grounding. We'll try to take the next few moments of silence just to sit in the heart space. Notice what, if anything, comes up, or otherwise simply giving our mind space a break. If and as you notice your attention drifting during this time, you can return to that point of present breath awareness in the nostrils, and then draw your attention back down into the chest. If and as any thoughts arise, take hold of our attention, we can acknowledge them, recognize that they're present, that they're vying for our attention, and then gently place them aside. We have set aside this time to sit and to simply be. And so these thoughts can wait for a few moments longer until we're ready to attend to them. For now, we're just focusing on the simple act of breathing, from the perception of breathing in the chest, the heartbeat, viewing this from the perspective of the diaphragm or perhaps the solar plexus. Once in a while, directing attention to the muscles in the face, relaxing the eyebrows, relaxing the jaw and the tongue if they become tense. And noticing subtle details, sense stimuli that you may overlook or not attend to when occupied with other things. Now is the time to check in with the body, the physical body. Check in with the emotional body. And perhaps check in with the mental body as well. Accepting our current selves exactly as they are, releasing any desire to change them or to cling to them. Gentle, patient acceptance. This is how my body is feeling right now. This is my emotional affect right now. This is my current mental state right now. And so in this time, I invite you to explore any of these aspects of self for several moments, if you would like to, or you can simply sit with the act of breathing, with the grounding sensations connecting you with the support beneath you, with the ground and into the earth. Or if you have your own concentration or open awareness practice that you have been practicing lately, you can engage with that as well. If and as you notice your attention drifting from the here and now to thoughts of the past or of the future, I invite you to recognize when you have drifted and then gently turn your attention to that point of present breath awareness in the nose to recenter in the present moment. Waiting a minute or two before you resume your concentration or open awareness or self-reflective practice. If you are finding at this time that your attention is diffuse, your awareness is scattered and looking for something concrete, it can be helpful as an exercise to count each breath, drawing a deep breath in and counting 1, and then releasing hot, dense energy in an exhale out through the mouth. Again, drawing in a deep breath, counting 2, releasing any tension you're holding with an exhale out through the mouth. Practicing this way for 10 or 12 breaths, and then returning to an even, natural pace of breathing while continuing to count each successive breath. Each time you notice that you've lost count, being patient with yourself and returning back to the act of counting, starting over at 1. To conclude our practice for now, it may be of interest to you to call to mind an intention you wish to cultivate through the rest of this day or the rest of this week. This could be a word or a phrase or just a feeling. Once an intention has come to mind, if you wish to plant the seed of one, you can imagine this intention starting out deep in the chest and the heart space. With each successive breath in of cool, clean air from the room, nurturing this intention, allowing it to grow and to expand, to fill the whole chest. With each successive breath, this intention growing larger, spreading to innervate the entire body as your whole body begins to glow with this intention. So keep this intention in mind for the rest of today. We can begin to expand our awareness now to fill the room. If you notice any sounds near or distant, perhaps you can feel the volume of the room or the temperature of the air or the space around you. As you're ready and on your own time, you can take 5 or 6 more deep breaths, and then after 3 chimes of the bell, we will conclude our practice. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, stretching out the wrists, gently opening the eyes, stretching out the shoulders and your feet, especially if you've been seated and you'd like to stretch your legs. I'd like to bow and thanks for sharing this practice, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and rest of your week. Thank you.